Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. We don't stop playing because we grow old because we stop playing. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. You see things and you say why? But I dream things that never were and I say why not? Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you desire, you will what you imagine, and at last you create what you will. A fool's brain digests philosophy into folly, science into superstition, and art into pedantry. Hence university education. The power of accurate observation is commonly called cynicism by those who have not got it. Take care to get what you like, or you will be forced to like what you get. We are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility for our future. Patriotism is your conviction that this country is superior to all others because you were born in it. Just do what must be done. This may not be happiness, but it is greatness. Marriage is an alliance entered into by a man who can't sleep with the window shut, and a woman who can't sleep with the window open. If history repeats itself, and the unexpected always happens, how incapable must man be of learning from experience? The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them. Silence is the most perfect expression of scorn. Better keep yourself clean and bright, you are the window through which you must see the world. The worst sin toward our fellow creatures is not to hate them, but to be indifferent to them. That's the essence of inhumanity. The liar's punishment is not in the least that he is not believed, but that he cannot believe anyone else. If you cannot get rid of the family skeleton, you may as well make it dance. A gentleman is one who puts more into the world than he takes out. Liberty means responsibility. That is why most men dread it. Success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. There are two tragedies in life. One is to lose your heart's desire. The other is to gain it. The secret to success is to offend the greatest number of people. Love is a gross exaggeration of the difference between one person and everybody else. We learn from experience that men never learn anything from experience. Life does not cease to be funny when people die any more than it ceases to be serious when people laugh. We have no more right to consume happiness without producing it than to consume wealth without producing it. Science never solves a problem without creating 10 more. The moment we want to believe something, we suddenly see all the arguments for it, and become blind to the arguments against it. You'll never have a quiet world till you knock the patriotism out of the human race. I have to live for others and not for myself. That's middle-class morality. The fact that a believer is happier than a skeptic is no more to the point than the fact that a drunken man is happier than a sober one. There are no secrets better kept than the secrets everybody guesses. An Englishman thinks he is moral when he is only uncomfortable. People become attached to their burdens sometimes more than the burdens are attached to them. No question is so difficult to answer as that to which the answer is obvious. Peace is not only better than war, but infinitely more arduous. Men are wise in proportion, not to their experience, but to their capacity for experience. The only way to avoid being miserable is not to have enough leisure to wonder whether you're happy or not. Choose silence of all virtues, for by it you hear other men's imperfections, and conceal your own. What a man believes may be ascertained, not from his creed, but from the assumptions on which he habitually acts. Beware of the man who does not return your blow. He neither forgives you nor allows you to forgive yourself. The only service a friend can really render is to keep up your courage by holding up to you a mirror in which you can see a noble image of yourself. When I was young, I observed that 9 out of 10 things I did were failures. So I did 10 times more work. The secret of being miserable is to have leisure to bother about whether you're happy or not. The cure for it is occupation. One man that has a mind and knows it can always beat 10 men who haven't and don't.